Okay, our third topic is going to be about nutrition, meal prep, and why meal prep sets you up for success, and some tips and personal stories that we have to share. So, Elena, the nutrition queen, why don't you kick us off?
Cool. So meal prep, I think a lot of people have some misconceptions when they hear meal prepping. They think of it taking hours on end, and maybe they picture hundreds and thousands of containers in their, in their kitchen, where it actually doesn't have to be like that. And knowing from working with, a dozen plus people in the nutrition program, how that has just played a huge part in their success throughout the program, in helping them realize that it can only take, it doesn't have to take so long. By doing like simple steps, and how that can easily make your week or the next few days that much easier for you, because life brings, so much stress, and we don't want food to be a part of that stress. So I think a few tips that, I could throw out that I know the people that I've been working with have really helped succeed is prep in bulk. So you grab whatever you need, whether that's meats, vegetables, and you're almost throwing it together into one, whether it's one pan, all in the oven, and so that things are cooking simultaneously. And that just definitely cuts down a lot of time there. So something like that, and then as well as already sort of going into the week of knowing, what each meal could look like. So you have staples every week, and maybe this week I'm going to have a potato, chicken, and broccoli for my lunch, the first 3 days of the week, and then I'm going to switch it up a little bit, because I know people enjoy some of that variety. So just knowing going into that prepared is a big factor of success when people start meal prepping, for sure. If you guys want to add anything on that. I know Jenna, you just got done working with me with the nutrition program, and you and your mom, meal prep together, which maybe you touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, I think back to like a year and a half ago when I was trying to meal prep, and my meal prep was like a wheat tortilla with like 3 pepper strips like cut up and a few pieces of spinach, and I'm like wondering why I'm still hungry.
Are you a bird?
I'm like, this doesn't taste good, like I'm not happy, but I'm meal prepping. Mm-hmm. And since then I had kind of learned like that's not the way to go, but still didn't really know how to get a grasp of my nutrition. So then doing the program, I definitely learned like less is not more with food. Like you need to eat more because you need to fuel your body, especially if you're in here training hard 3 to 6 days a week, depending on the type of athlete you are. And it's amazing how much different I feel like from then to now. Like I know when I started with you, I talked about like being lightheaded. Like if I stand up too fast, I get lightheaded. Like that rarely happens anymore because I'm making sure my breakfast is good, my lunch is good, my dinner's good, I'm having enough water, but also still like living, like making sure that I'm not restricting myself. Like if I'm
depriving yourself.
Yeah, if I want a cookie, I'll have a cookie. But
Cookie Monster.
like having that balance has been really huge for me, and I know you did the trial for the nutrition program with Elena.
Yeah, that was my biggest thing, is that I think talking to all of you guys at some point in time, I have to live like outside of like being redundant. Like I need variety, I need flavor. Just being a foodie, working in a restaurant and being around food all the time, it was hard for me to have the white rice and the chicken and the spinach. I needed to kind of like go outside the box a little bit. But then my biggest thing is that if I don't have something prepared and going home and trying to cook, I like picking while I'm eating, and I'm full by the time I sit down, like try to sit down and have my meal. But just like Elena said, prepping in bulk, like just chopping up a bunch of vegetables like beets and butternut squash and parsnips and like kale, and throwing it on a pan, olive oil, salt and pepper, and it's really, and throwing an egg on it for breakfast or having ground beef with it for lunch. It was so easy, and it was fun again. So you don't have to be, I think what some people do is that they hone in and they get so anxious about it, but it can be fun, and it's very easy once you get yourself into a rhythm.
I think meal prepping helps eliminate the extremes. I don't eat, so I miss all the eating, and then maybe I binge eat at night, or I make bad decisions on the go because it's fast, easy, cheap, and readily available. So like it helps eliminate that, keeps some structure, and you're supplying what you need and what you just worked to make. And maybe you touch on how the importance of the quality of food, because you and I both know back in the day, we didn't eat as great as we do now, and kind of the back and forth of that.
Well, like the meal prep really helped me, because I'd be in that boat where I'd get hungry and I'd roll over to ShopRite or Price Chopper or somewhere where it was quick and convenient, and probably spend more money than I would spend at a grocery store to get something that wasn't quality. I'd feel good then, but then I'd come back in here the next day and just wouldn't be firing all cylinders. And I'm kind of the opposite of Abby, where I can eat the same thing over and over. You guys watch me eat ground turkey and rice 8 out of the 7 days of the week. You know, it's just like, and if you're somebody who can do that, like it works really well. Just having, you know, like Elena said, like bulk it up, have it ready, and just you can get Tupperware now for like $1. People, like it's like. But it's really, it's a lot simpler than you think. Just like 3-4 pounds of turkey, just prep it, and it takes away the urge to
Go to Burger King.
Go to Burger King. You can get away with that stuff for a very short amount of time, but at some point it always comes. It's gonna
catch up.
It's gonna catch up to you. For sure.
I would say like not feeling bad about cheating either. Like if you're going to have a cookie
Or 2. Or a whole
Or 12.
We're going off to the side there. But not beating yourself up. That was one of the reasons why I approached Elena in the first place, was because I'm not good at counting macros. I'm not good at being on so strict that it drives me insane, and then I just throw my hands up. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It was more of like a relaxed diet where I'm getting everything that I need and also being fulfilled because
getting those gains.
Love your sip.
Good.
Do we end it?